Alrighty, so this here arrived today and I'm very excited because it is the 600 watt PickPro scooter that you can find. There's a Facebook link, they've got their own website, they probably have a couple of other things. So it came today, the specs are unbelievable for the price point. It was only 500 bucks and I'm very excited to open it, obviously have a look what's inside there and then give it a bit of a test run later on and come back with my thoughts. So I'll just hop into it and we can go from there. Alright, so as you can see, this is what comes straight out the box. It's obviously been fairly securely packed, which looks good. I'll just pull it out so we can have a better look at the actual scooter itself. The box is now empty, won't need that one. Alright, so first thing that strikes me as bit interesting is the fact that obviously the handlebars do not come attached, so you're going to have to pop those ones on. Take some of this other styrofoam away so that we can have a proper look at it. Obviously that is the battery. I'm going to go ahead and say that that's probably going to need to be charged. That's the charger point, so that's fairly straightforward. And this here looks like it's got a couple of bits and bobs. It's just got a manual, little Allen key, and a few screws, presumably, to connect all that up. So I'll do all that, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so, yeah, to connect the handlebars, obviously, I'm going to need to just connect this little connector into that part there. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And that looks securely connected, which is nice. And then presumably we'll just fold that one down in there. So now it's looking good. Okay, so that's the first part. Oh, and we've turned it on and it's got a full charge, so obviously pretty happy about that. But yeah, obviously we're gonna go and pop the screws in there.
Do you want to put the brake on?
We'll be good to go. Oh yeah, obviously it's got its little kickstand here, so that'll make it hopefully able to just sit there by itself.
Yep,
which it has done. To be completely honest, the kickstand's not particularly great. If you come around, you can have a look. Kickstand, it is what it is. It's just a little bit small. And this actual yellow stuff here that was on top has actually been a bit of a pain to get off. But all in all, it'll probably come off with rain and whatever else anyway, so that's not too bad. I'll go ahead and turn it off. So this here is just what comes in that little pack. Yeah, you've got 3 Allen keys, 4 screws, and that thing there, which I'm going to assume is for obviously pumping up the tires. So yeah, I'll find out where they all go and we'll go from there. So the only one that you're going to want is the middle one, actually. So that second biggest one, and your 4 screws, 2 of them go at the front here and the other 2 go around the reverse side. Yeah, so you don't need the bigger or the smaller Allen key, it's just the middle one, and that should do up all 4 bolts. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I've gone ahead and just tightened those ones in there. As you can see, looking nice and snug. Didn't take me that long. But yeah, the scooter is basically hot to go. The only other thing I wanted to quickly mention was just this thing here. So it's given us a nice little sort of silicone, presumably waterproof. Let's see if I can get that to focus a bit. Yeah, sort of covering to go over the top. So it's got a nice little, if it's going to do it for us. You're going to focus? There we go. Yeah, nice little power icon. And that's obviously just going to slide over the top of that. So that'll just give the display presumably a little bit of protection against potentially rain, among other things. But all in all, it hasn't taken that long to set up. Once you just get the hang of popping the screws in, you're actually pretty good to go. As you can see, the instruction manual is just sort of sitting there. I haven't opened it, so I don't really need to for too much, and that is our charger that I decided to put together as well. So all in all, didn't take too long to assemble, and it's yeah, looking pretty good. Alrighty, so we're all set up and ready to rock and roll. It's got a nice little bell. The bell has a nice loud sound, obviously, so you're able to let people know the brake is very well secured, which is better than what I can say for one of the other electric scooters that I had was, yeah, it's pretty loose. So that seems pretty secure, tight in there, looking good. The bell works, the cover looks nice, it's a good addition. And yeah, that sort of throttle looks fairly secure as well. So all in all, for 500 bucks, in Australia, that's 500 Australian dollars. You're not going to find something that's better value for money. Yeah, from reviews I've read on sites, and I've messaged a few people on the page to ask them how they thought it went for the range and that other stuff. They said that it's yeah, basically in a category of its own. So for $500, you can't really go wrong. Obviously, I'll go out, do my own tests, and I'll put up the range, speed, all that other stuff in the form of, yeah, sort of uploads. So that is still to be done, but yeah, just initial thoughts are really good. Kickstand's probably the only thing that's a little bit iffy. Apart from the rest of it, seems like a fairly solid build. It's come in really good time. It only took 6 days. No, 5. Only took 5 days to get here from Brisbane. Yeah, in the middle of a pandemic. So really can't complain about that. It was free shipping. Yeah, looking really forward to getting out there and giving it a go. So in terms of turning the scooter on, it's super straightforward. As you can see, the nice, as I said, rubber covering, screen protector, if that's the way you want to word it. So it's just got the power button, just click it on, no dramas. Now you're on. Now, as you'll see, there are actually 3 modes. I've got it in D at the moment. To switch through the modes, and obviously the battery's down the bottom here, to switch through the modes, all it requires is just a double press. So you'll go 1, 2, and it'll change to S. S is the fastest mode. So if you want to go up to the 35 kilometers an hour that this scooter is reportedly able to do, you're going to want it in S. So Eco is the first mode, so double press. There you go, now you're in Eco, double press again to get to D, and then obviously double press to get to S. So these are the 3 modes. Eco is obviously the best for range, so you get the most out of your battery if you're in the Eco setting, and yeah, S is obviously if you want to be absolutely humming it. If you press the button once, it will turn on the light. So it's got a nice little inbuilt light there. Obviously haven't had the chance to test that just yet, but I'm sure I will do, and I'll, yeah, let you know how it goes. But apart from that, yeah, as I said before, really, really good looking scooter. I just had the tiniest little drive up and down the driveway, and it looks fantastic. So can't wait to get out there and really test it.